Hello citizens of our nation, RAWR here, and today we'll be talking about the new film, The Cloverfield Paradox. The Cloverfield Paradox is the third installment in the Cloverfield franchise following 2008's Cloverfield and 2016's 10 Cloverfield Lane. I am a fan of this franchise. I liked the original Cloverfield, and I thought 10 Cloverfield Lane was excellent up until the last 10 or 15 minutes or so. I was very much looking forward to the third installment, and just like everyone else, I was shocked during the Super Bowl last week when the commercial for the film aired, and it said that it would be released on Netflix right after the game. The Cloverfield Paradox, unfortunately, is a disappointing entry in the series, but I'll start with the few good things. The Cloverfield Paradox takes things in a more suspenseful horror direction than any of the previous installments. I thoroughly enjoyed the scares that the film has to offer, and I like the film's sci-fi horror elements. The cinematography is also absolutely gorgeous, and this is by far the best looking Cloverfield film. I mean, if this film were released in theaters, I think that viewing it would have made audiences feel like they were out in space, because the shots, the lighting, the composition, they were all absolutely beautiful. Sadly, that's where my positives end, but I will say this. The Cloverfield Paradox isn't like other bad films where there are usually a number of negatives that the film suffers from. The Cloverfield Paradox really only has one major negative that runs throughout the entire film. The issue is, there are several times in the film where something weird, strange, and absolutely crazy happens, and there is no explanation as to how or why they happen in the first place. I won't go into too much detail, but for example, there is one moment where this guy's severed hand just starts crawling across the ground for no reason, and somehow it just happens to provide the spaceship crew with some information that they needed. That happens relatively early on, so that's not really a spoiler, but things like this happen all throughout the film from beginning to end, and because of that, I simply could not take this film seriously. Don't get me wrong, the film does have a very interesting premise, and I do love it when weird things like that happen in movies, but there has to be a reason for it. But this film doesn't provide a reason for it at all, or if it does, it's very poorly developed and executed. Overall, the Cloverfield Paradox is a major step down from the excellence that was 10 Cloverfield Lane. However, since the film is available for free on Netflix, I'd say it's worth a watch if you've enjoyed this franchise this far. On my rating scale, the Cloverfield Paradox gets a 4 out of 10. So, the Cloverfield Paradox, have you guys seen it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Or do you want to see it? Why or why not? Comment down below. Let me know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe today for more content. Raul signing out here. Farewell, citizens of our nation, and I will catch you all next time.